Yes, fuck me. We need tongue.
This is the Dude Loft Mountain Podcast with your hosts, Gabe, Tanner, and Tommy.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Dude Loft Mountain. I'm your host, Gabe, joined with Tanner.
Howdy.
And Tommy.
Hi.
Hola, guys. So, do you know what today is?
What is today? The 16th? 17th.
National Pride
May
Day.
17th.
Every time I ask a question,
Isn't
you
May
guys always
17th? It's
give
May
me
18th.
all
18th. It's
the
a
worst
Tuesday.
possible answers. It's release day, guys.
Release day. Yeah.
Jesus, we just went over this.
That's right. I forgot. We took shots and saluted to release day. And then
Yeah.
in one ear, out the other. I forgot.
nice bump in the
As
mic
I
there.
hit the mic, yeah.
So, from now on, every episode that you listen to, starting from right now, going forward, it will be recorded either the day before you get to listen to it.
Or sometime during the week before.
Yeah, sometime during the week.
That's
and then
if
you'll
one
get
of
an
us are gonna be
episode.
on that weekend.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's the plan? We record on Sundays. When usually will it be live for listeners?
It'll be live for listeners at Monday at midnight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It'll be up.
There you go. So that's the schedule, guys. So all the other ones were pre-recorded. And now it's just going to be
to the present.
present time. Yeah. Now we don't have to pretend.
Hi, Mom.
She won't listen.
Yeah, she
No.
won't.
That devil podcast. But anyway, so yeah, it's release day. I'm very excited. I just posted all over the place. So I'm hoping.
Oh, you posted all over the place? Dog.
We're famous now.
Yeah, this is what it's like. It's
I've been saying it all day. We're live. We're
live.
famous now.
famous. Yeah, I shared it with everyone. I posted it everywhere. I even made the little Bitmojis for us.
And I'm just over here like, how do I tell them that all the podcasts are currently still listed as private? No.
Oh no,
Tommy,
No,
I
I'm
already
just
ordered
kidding.
1,000 customized koozies.
Oh, dude, that's like $1,500.
I know.
That's a lot of money.
Thank you guys for paying me rent.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah,
koozies.
that is. We
That's
could just,
pretty much- yeah.
stiff him rent one month and buy koozies instead.
Like, it's for the cause.
That's how we start marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For context, we were talking earlier about making some custom Dude Loft Mountain koozies and possibly handing them out at some point.
Not gonna lie, koozies with the logo on it would look pretty dope.
Be fucking dope.
But what did it cost? Like $50 for 15 koozies?
That's for
Or no, it was 120
single color.
bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you know
$120.
what? I can get a couple
Wow.
payday loans. And No.
Merch is really expensive.
Should we just start
Yeah.
a donation page so our rich listeners
Yeah.
can,
Go fund
Show
me.
us some
Sometimes
cash.
you'll get pics of Tanner's feet.
sometimes.
Sometimes.
I mean, you guys just described Patreon without describing
Oh, yeah,
Patreon.
Patreon, yeah.
Somehow you're like, GoFundMe. It's like, yep, there's a service for that. It's called Patreon.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if they pay us,
Yeah.
I'll send them pictures of my feet. And then if you're lucky, you'll maybe get a picture of Sheba and Storm hanging out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are beautiful.
Yeah.
I would argue probably better than the feet.
Nah.
Nah.
Have you seen my feet, Gabe?
No, please don't show me.
Oh, dude, there's some dude out there. There's some fat, gross, just hasn't shaved in months dude out there who's like, oh, I like the little skinny alien boy face.
Hey, everything has a price tag.
You're gonna hit rock bottom one day where someone's gonna text you and it's just gonna say, "Don't clip your nails for a month."
And then and then a Venmo.
Yeah, and then a Venmo pops up for like $1,500, and you're
You're
like,
just gonna
"Fuck."
be like, fuck. Okay.
That's easy, man. I'll do that.
Easy money.
Yeah.
I don't understand how there's so much money in the world because those OnlyFans chicks make a shit ton of money,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of them,
Yeah.
like a ton of them, and I'm like, how the fuck are
Yeah.
you making so much
Well,
money?
what's crazy is there's billionaires out there that nobody even knows the name of, and they're out there spending $200,000 a night for a hotel room, $20,000 a night for a bottle of wine, $5,000 a night for a nice steak. It's like these people just have money to blow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you can if you start a business and just happen to get
But-
lucky and secure one of those guys as a customer, you're set for life.
But those people aren't on OnlyFans.
They
those people,
might be.
those
But
pe-
they're not on OnlyFans. They are purchasing the OnlyFans.
Well,
Yeah.
no, they're
They're sending
fucking the
those
girl
tips.
on the OnlyFans.
they're
That's what I'm
buying the escorts is what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
So
they're
how do I become an escort?
You
I
go
don't
down
know.
to Van
We can-
Buren and shake your ass a little bit and wait for a car.
Van
to stop.
Buren, why is that the road?
Van Buren's like the hooker street.
yeah, it
yeah.
is.
I don't.
You can drive down there in the daytime and you're like, holy shit, it's like fucking GTA over here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is
how
that where you
become an
disappear
escort.
to during the day, Gabe?
No, I go to work.
Oh, I mean, the door's always closed. So
Yeah, it's usually because I'm in different meetings or talking to people, and I don't want them to be like.
Actually, your door is usually open. I was just saying that for the
Wait,
joke.
is that why I hear
It has been
a
closed.
truck
the
full
past
of gay
couple days.
guys pull up with Spice Girls playing in it every day? at
Who
like
gave
2?
them the gate code?
It's 6969. Just get in.
It's kind of close to that, actually, if you think about it.
I'm sure someone's code is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And whenever people are like, "Oh, what's the gate code?" I'm like, "I don't know. Fucking pick one. Like, just get in. It's either 4 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5. Like, just get in."
Well, what's the thing that you can always enter, like a 911 code, and it'll always open, like regardless of what kind of gate system you have? So that
I mean, at our old apartment, it was 0000.
Yeah.
Because we'd walk up, we drive up, and everybody would struggle with it because they keep trying to put in. It was your apartment number. They keep trying
And
to
it
put
never
it,
worked?
and it never fucking worked. So I figured if I walked up and just started pressing the 0 button as fast as I could, it would just go boop, opening.
it's kind of like when you're calling like a call center.
Yeah, and you just press 0 for
you just
representative.
smash the zeros till you.
Yeah,
until
I
a
do that
human
every
picks up.
time. I'm like, I don't have fucking time to talk to you.
I should have done that when we were messing with Cox the other day.
I told you to. I was
know.
like, press 0, get the fuck out of
But
there.
some of them have gotten smart because I've done that, and it just goes, "Okay, well, no one's here, so goodbye."
Fuck off.
Yeah, no.
And then it hangs up on you, and I get fucking break
Dude,
my phone furious.
Fucking the Arizona unemployment phone line does that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I think we all are very familiar with that now.
It's
because
been
of COVID.
over a year for me, and I still haven't gotten the money from when I was laid off from Macy's till I got this job last September.
Yeah.
I still
Wow.
haven't gotten the benefits from that.
Jesus.
I know.
I haven't gotten the last 2 stimulus checks.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on my last stimulus check. It's been, it was mailed out April 16th.
Yeah,
It's
I
been over a
haven't.
month now.
Mine they both just say, "We don't know. We don't know."
Yeah,
don't know.
that usually means like you're just not getting it.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
just not
we're
going to get it.
yeah.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, and I'm just going to claim it on my taxes again.
Yeah. Well, no, there is something that you'll be able to do next tax season to get that though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just claim it, and they're just like, "Okay, well, if you owed us anything, we'll just take it away from that money that we owe you."
Yeah, if you actually look, have you filed your taxes yet?
No, because I don't have my W-2s.
Really? It wasn't like it got the tax date got pushed
It
back.
was yesterday.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was not too long ago. The
Yeah, it was-
delayed end date.
Yeah.
Yep, it was yesterday, but it's fine.
that's right.
I never file my taxes on time because I always owe, so I don't.
Well, you can
care.
always file for an extension, which actually
Yeah.
is smart if you care about interest rates and whatnot.
Yeah, but this is
If
why
that's if you owe money, though.
Yeah, this is why I don't care because 1 year I owed like $232, and the next year when I did my taxes again, I owed like $249. So I was like, oh, let me do my taxes, and then it just took it away from what I got back, and I was like, I don't give a shit. It wasn't that much more. I don't care if I don't have to like actually send you money and you just take it out the next year. I'm not doing my taxes on time anymore.
Yeah. Well, not to.
Taxes are fucked.
Yeah,
Taxes are fucked, dude.
For someone who's like me, and you would think I'd be like gung ho for taxes, but I fucking hate taxes because I hate how they're distributed.
Well, what's really
Yeah.
stupid is that the government knows exactly what's owed to people or what's owed from people
Yes.
for every single person in this country. But it's companies like TurboTax and HR that pay a ton of money for lobbyists to make the legislation hard as fuck so that we have to pay them $150 per tax season just to find out, oh, you're going to get $150 back from the government this year. So kiss that money bye-bye.
Yeah, because you just spent it.
Yeah.
And it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do taxes and I both have in common?
Let me think about this. I don't know. I was trying to be clever. It didn't come.
We're both hard in an Ana de Armas movie.
I don't know what that has to do about taxes.
don't
It was a bad joke.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was trying to come up with a
we're really
joke for
I'm
X's.
high and drunk. What do you want me to do? I'm trying my best. I got the wheel spinning on different cylinders right now.
Oh, we didn't do our absinthe.
Oh, next time.
Should we pause real quick?
No, because I'm going to bed as soon as possible because I'm an old man. But
What if I made it quick though, and we made it part of the podcast? Please.
It is
Papa.
release night.
Please,
Gabe.
Papa, it's release night.
it's a Tuesday.
So
We all have work in the morning. You're
But
all thanking me
Are you
tomorrow.
going? Are you going to?
you
the
don't
gym?
have to partake.
Yeah, I'm not saying you have to do it.
That's true. But I'm going to feel left out. That's how peer pressure works.
Just have a shot of wine.
Don't
or
feel
something.
left out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a shot
Just
of
don't
water.
feel left out.
Well, don't. Like, it's not a big deal. Like,
No, because I want to do absinthe. I just want to enjoy the absinthe. And not have to go to bed
well,
immediately
do like not a full shot, just like one that's kind of like 3/4
yeah,
of the way.
seriously.
Which is probably what I'm gonna do anyways, because that shit's gross.
Papa's going to Pound Town.
Pound down.
Pound
Well, I don't know. You share a room with just 2 cats, so please
I
don't go
hope
to Pound
not,
Town.
yeah.
I mean, I meant Pound. Like,
I'm also
pound.
right down the hallway. I'm gonna lock my doors tonight.
Just Tanner's gonna wake up at 1 a.m. to just like across the hall, like Jesus.
It's like my nightmare all
Yeah.
over again. The footsteps across the floor.
Just what's worse? What's worse than a guy running up to your bedroom with baby feet and somebody having huge clonkers on? It's Tommy just banging something in his room.
Tanner just
And I
gonna
just
wake
want to
up.
hear you do the Kool-Aid voice. Go like, oh yeah.
Tanner's just gonna wake up and it's gonna be super sore, and he's like, "Was anybody else really fucking hot last night?"
Yeah,
I feel so
Jesus,
sweaty,
my fucking
and like
back.
a little violated, and my ass hurts. Maybe and then I'm just gonna tell you, oh, just get a bidet.
I do want one though.
They're
Dude,
fucking amazing.
they're pretty fucking
I
great,
recommend to all the people listening to get a podcast.
To get
Get
a
a
podcast.
Oh,
No, don't.
No,
We
don't
don't
get
want
a
your
podcast.
competition.
No.
Nobody get
It's
a
already a
podcast.
saturated market. Don't fuck us over like this.
Okay. Nobody get a podcast.
We don't even have a
Just
niche.
listen to this.
We don't even have a fucking niche.
I meant bidet. I'm just losing my motor function.
We'll be the first
apparently.
bidet podcast. There you go. Dude, Left Mountain.
God, if any sponsors are gonna sponsor us, please don't let our first one be a bidet.
That'd be kind of dope, actually.
Dude, Tushy, like having Tushy, even though I think they're overpriced, man. Come on. I mean,
Is
like
that
$80
the-
for the $40, $20
is that
bidet?
the actual brand name of
Yeah,
the
it's
company?
called
Dude,
Tushy.
my favorite fucking thing about the company Tushy, right, is yeah, I know what you're thinking, and it's true. Tushy.com is a porn site for anal only porn.
Oh,
HelloTushy.com is their website, but I'm like, why the fuck? If you were making a company, why would you
Why would you
not
check the domain?
Check the domain first and
Yeah.
go, if people go to Tushy.com, it's going to look kind of bad for us. But nope, they said, we'll just call it HelloTushy.com.
But not brand their stuff. Hello, Tushy. It's just.
Oh, yeah, no. It says HelloTushy.com like on the advertisements and stuff, but it's not branded as a Hello Tushy product. It's just Tushy.
Man,
Interesting.
Yeah.
that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Especially if there's like some
And
a
busy
Karen?
parent trying just like,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
can you go to tushy.com and like look up this product for me? And it's just like some 12-year-old like, Mom, what is it?
if you go to Tushy.com, it is not subtle. It is like the picture loads and it's just, I mean, immediate, like huge pictures.
Oh,
It
I'm
is
sure.
bad. Because I thought about it one time. I went, wait, Tushy? I was like, where's your Tushy porn site? I was like, well, that can't. Tushy.com. Holy fuck. I was like,
So what you just admitted to is you knew of the porn site before you knew of
Before
fuck.
you knew.
yeah, I'm
Oh.
sure everyone else listening to this does too.
Not me.
What were you laughing at?
I never heard of a porn site called Tushy.
But what were you laughing at earlier when we were like alluding to it?
Oh no, you just kept saying Tushy, and it's a funny
Jesus
word.
Christ, Dan. No, it's mainly because the radio show here in Phoenix talks about it all the time as a joke.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Which radio show?
98 KEPD.
Is it the one that like Alice Cooper runs on nights and whatnot?
What?
You didn't know that?
I mean, I knew he was on a radio station, but you made it sound like he's like it's like a well-known like must-listen to show.
Maybe not must listen to, but I know Alice Cooper like lives in the area, probably in like Scottsdale or something.
Yeah, he's a
And-
Sunday school teacher somewhere.
Yeah, and
What?
like he has
Yeah.
he has like a really like good appreciation for like lesser known rock music, especially from his era. And so on some radio station, I think is 93.3 on
I was gonna say it might be one of the classic rock stations
on
or something.
on like Tuesday nights or one night a week or so, or actually maybe every night a week, but like past a certain time, like 9 or 10 p.m.
Yeah.
He hops on and he is like the spokesperson. He talks and he like just plays songs that he likes, like rock songs.
Yeah.
That maybe less. It's not like popular shit, like like the Who
Yeah.
or like Rolling Stones stuff that people know. But it's like as an artist, this is the stuff that he likes and he plays about it and he talks about it. And it's kind of fun to listen to.
Huh. There's a Sirius XM station that does that with artists. I
Yeah.
think it's Octane. They brought in Avenged Sevenfold one day just to do a 4 hour bit where they did something like that.
Yeah, a lot of I think serious channels do that with like their genres.
Yeah.
But can you imagine being so famous that someone just like, do you want to just do this thing that you enjoy and we'll pay you for it and you can just do whatever you want, really?
Yeah.
We don't care. Because and then insert name
And they
here.
pay
Yeah.
you a good amount of money because they know that you'll probably just be like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
If it's not enough.
Yeah.
But
Like, I'm not coming again.
All right.
Like, I don't really need the money. I don't give a shit.
let's go ahead.
Cut
and
for absinthe.
pause it. Yeah.
Nope.
Name. We are famous now. We party.
That tastes like black licorice.
My where my tonsils used to be are numb.
Yeah, I don't believe I have a tongue anymore. I'm also high.
I don't.
So I've never done this before.
Well,
This
no,
is a new
so-
level of crossfaded.
After doing the shot of absinthe, my tongue was like initially numb, but now that we've taken a minute to walk back here and start recording again, my tongue feels fine.
Mine is still numb.
Does your
Still?
tongue touch whatever you're drinking when you take a shot?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a fat tongue, ladies. So I've never been able. I am.
I have a pretty fat tongue, I think. But I'm also biased.
So I'm
Yeah,
like
I've never been able to get a shot. I've done it once and it almost made me choke. So I was like, ah.
my brain has to process taking a shot in like two different steps, and the
What?
first step is to kick it back in your mouth, and the second step is to swallow.
Yeah.
And so it's like it's in my mouth and touching everything for like a split second
Yeah,
before
that-
I kick
that's
it
how
back.
mine is.
And so yeah, it touches my tongue.
It's like I don't know if I've never been able to correctly do a beer bong or anything like that because some people just know how to they just know how to open their throat and just let stuff flow.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dog,
I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like,
I would
I'm
like to
glad
learn,
college was
though.
fun for you, but fuck, like,
Have you guys seen that guy
I
on
can do that.
TikTok that like will just fill like a liter glass of something and just like unhinge his jaw, open his gullet, and just kill it in a second?
Wow, your TikTok's very different. From
I haven't been on
like-
TikTok in a really long time, but that's
But
he always opens his videos and he goes, "Hi, my name's Greg," and then he chugs something. It's really I like him.
Greg's gonna fucking die, dog.
Right?
I'm real hot now.
But I think it'd be kind of cool to learn how to do that. I watched a video of him like
Yeah, you're starting to get the alky sweat.
thinking about Greg. Is that what's going on?
No, I'm starting to get a little. Tanner just twitched in a way that was at least 50% real, and it was fucking hilarious. He
Was it
just
my
like-
eyebrow?
Yeah.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, you did like your little
was,
shoulder.
Well, because you said you were hot, and I realized I'm still in my button-down shirt and wearing a undershirt.
Undershirt,
And I was
yeah.
like, oh, I feel so tight right now.
Yeah.
Maybe not the right adjective to use, but,
No, you are awful with adjectives and describing things.
which is terrible because I read books. Like I like to
Yeah.
think I have a good vocabulary.
yeah, I don't think you have
Sounds
a
like
bad
something a
vocabulary.
white trash person
I
yells.
read books.
I read books, goddammit, I know my rights.
But
you
you just
step away from the crack house.
I think your to-go words in your head, you're like, this is an innocent sentence that I'm saying because obviously, if I do not mean it the way that you're going to hear it, and the rest of us hear it, and we're like,
Oh yeah,
Tanner,
no, like
please stop yelling that you're
words
getting
like-
railed.
tight, supple, moist. Yeah, railed. That was a good
Railed.
one. I was
changing any word to something like thickums.
Thickums.
But yeah, I was playing Xbox, and you guys were both in the kitchen listening, and I was trying to give cause to my teammates, and I got absolutely wrecked, and I was like, "Oh, she railed me," and then you guys just
Couldn't stop
because
laughing.
Just busted
I
out.
turned around and it was like one of the first moments where I realized, cool, your girlfriend has the same sense of humor as most of us, like, at
Oh,
least
was
on a
she
base
laughing
level.
at it too?
Because no,
Oh,
we
yeah.
turned around and she was looking at us like, "Did you just hear that shit?" And I was like, "Well, I did."
The worst part of it is I wasn't aware till like minutes later that you guys were laughing at me because I still had the headset on.
Yeah.
I was like still watching the round.
So right before you took your headset off, I had said, I was like, he has no idea why we're laughing, and he's going to take his headset off and be like, "Why are you laughing?" Because he doesn't know that what he just said was very
Yeah.
funny.
It was just it can never be recreated unless you're playing the game. But you had a way of saying it where like, "Oh, she fucking railed me." It
just
was
railed
like-
me. Like you sounded
Fuck.
like you just actually were just like attacked.
And that's where
the
we get to the
things-
third episode. We talk about pegging Tanner.
no, the Dominic will
saga.
never listen to this podcast again. But the things that come out of my mouth when I'm playing video games are just so like instinctual and unintentional.
I like unintentional better.
Unintentional. That sounds funny.
That's that AM sitting that I did participate in, and it's very fucking hot.
Yeah, so we just all did. I mean, I
Absinthe.
did pretty much a full shot of absinthe,
Yeah.
just to clear the bottle. But
on a Tuesday.
I can't believe that 3.
it sounds
not
like a
100%
Young
full
Gravy
shots.
song.
Yeah.
Absinthe on a Tuesday.
I can't believe that 3 not 100% full shots killed that bottle. Like I definitely thought it held
It
more
does.
liquid in it.
I back in the day when I first got it, I rode the Lightning quite a bit.
I would say that there's.
Are you referencing your Lightning McQueen shot glass or?
I have a Lightning McQueen shot glass.
It was
I thought
a
you
Flash.
did. Oh, it was
Yeah,
a
it's
Flash.
a
Okay,
Flash.
gotcha.
Same fucking difference.
Not quite.
I am speed.
The movie that I always think of this movie, and I think it's Eurotrip with Absinthe.
Yeah, with the ferry.
Yeah, with the ferry. And that's what I always think of with Absinthe. Every single time, that's all I can think of is that whole scene. Have you seen it, Tanner?
Nope.
Oh, you should watch it because right after they drink Absinthe is a fucking hilarious scene that just keeps getting played and it's hilarious. You got to watch it.
Don't tell him, but it's only 90s hilarious. He's very old these days.
Got it.
Yeah, he's very.
Yeah. It's like Caddyshack kind of funny. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, very much in that realm. Yeah, I'm not ashamed of it. It's fucking hilarious.
No, it's not.
I
It's
watched
not
it
too
when I
much
was like
Caddyshack. It's like a 90s.
13.
If you think of like those raunchy 90s, like We're Trying to Be American Pie kind of comedies, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes
sense.
pretty much.
In the same vein as like Road Trip and all those other movies that the 90s was not a very original time.
I was a teenager.
We're all too busy
There's
listening to Olympus.
references to sex a lot in that movie. Fuck off, everybody.
There's a really fucking hilarious scene though where a dude goes to a German brothel.
Yes!
And it's actually like a German like S&M brothel. And so he ends up getting tied up and everything. And they're like,
God.
here is your safe word. And they hand him a piece of paper and it's this super long German
That
word.
he doesn't know how to read. Or
Doesn't know
Yeah,
how
and
to
so he
read.
keeps yelling like gibberish, and they're like, "Oh, is that what you want? Do you want Gubernstamp and Wunderburger?" And they're like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Okay,
you?
Gubernstamp and Wunderburger." And this big dude comes in with like whips, and he's like, "No!"
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious
That
because
sounds really funny.
the whole movie, he's like, "I'm gonna get laid. I'm gonna get my dick sucked. I'm gonna get this," and then he goes in this thing, and he's like, she gives him the safe word. She goes, "Oh, he's American," and all the girls look around
They
and go,
smirked,
"Yeah." And so she gives him the safe word. He just puts it in his pocket without nothing, and they're
He's
doing,
like, "I won't be needing that."
yeah, they're doing horrible things. And he's just like, "Guven six von Feinded," and she goes, "Did you say Guven von Seinfeld?"
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's like, "Yes, for the love of God, please." And she's like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yes, yes, yes, yes." And she's like, "Okay." Go Simon! And then this guy comes with like a chainsaw
That's what
that
it is.
has been morphed into a huge dildo
Oh my god.
with that engine attached to it.
What?
And they pin him down, and he just goes, No, I meant and then he just screams, and that's how the scene ends.
It's my worst nightmare.
It's
It's one of the
he kind
funnier
of looks,
movies.
he kind of resembles
A little bit, a little bit. You with longer hair.
you. He kind, yeah. We should go to Europe
So
as soon as we're all vaccinated.
I love Europe.
Oh, you got to go, and it was ruined by that.
Well,
by
I've been twice, so the one time was ruined. Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
Ah,
I went
sorry.
0 times, so I'm so sorry that your second time going was
Thank you.
cut short.
I appreciate your sympathy.
you want to talk about the second time going to Europe being ruined? I didn't even go that second time
Was it
because I got dumped.
rough?
Ooh.
Yeah.
1,000 apologies.
You know what's funny about that non-refundable ticket? 1,000 apologies, $1,000.
Non-refundable? That hurts.
No, I even made that. I was like, I was like, this is the dumbest fucking joke I think I've ever told. Because I was on the phone with her when we got the ticket, and I was like, all right. I was like, so to get it cheap, it's non-refundable. You're not gonna break up with me the next month or anything, huh? And she goes, no, just get the ticket. And so I got the ticket, and like 3 weeks later, I was like, you've got to be fucking joking me right now. I waited this close just in case because we were already kind of on the rocks. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever.
not to make it about me. I'm sorry. Your
I'm-
second time was ruined by the pandemic.
We already talked about that in previous
Yeah,
episodes.
it's fine.
So it's okay.
We did?
we?
I think so.
I don't know. I've been drinking.
You
Anywho.
had 2 shots.
Okay, but I haven't had
that absinthe
alcohol.
though?
I haven't
We
had
just had it. It hasn't hit yet.
I haven't had alcohol in like a
If it has,
month.
it's a placebo effect.
I'm also high.
Yeah.
A month is what I said.
A month.
Yes.
That's so. When I was interning for Boeing up in Seattle,
Boing.
there was the director of the 747 program who was like my boss's boss's boss. And I worked with him a lot because he gave me like an internship project for the 4 months that I was there. And at the end of my internship, he came to like a Mexican restaurant with me and my team as like a farewell celebration. And he had told me that he and his wife had been like doing a special diet for like 2 months. He hadn't had alcohol in 2 months. He had one beer,
no.
and this dude who's like, you know, glasses, like very well cut, professional, like no bullshit kind of guy, got absolutely sloshed after one
Wow.
beer. And so I guess, yeah, if you don't have alcohol for a while in your system and then you all of a sudden have one, it hits you like a train.
Yeah, your liver's just like, fuck.
Just think about the first beer you had as a kid. Like, you know, like it always kind of hits you a little bit harder.
I don't remember.
I
my
never,
first beer.
ever have liked
No?
beer.
Well, I know the first time I drank was in Mexico. I was like
Arriba.
11 or 12 or maybe.
Oh, yeah, it's legal there.
Yeah. Well, no, it's legal at 18.
I know.
But I was there in Mexico with my best buddy, and we were all playing King's Cup at his house and at his family's house in Mexico with a couple of other younger kids our age. And I had a beer or two, played King's Cup. I think I lost.
King's Cup is an awful game.
Yeah. And then by the time his parents woke up and told us, like, stop drinking, we're really mad at you, they told us, like, end it. We all went to bed. And then as he was cleaning up, like, the dinner table that we were playing at, he told me the next morning that I was just standing in front of a painting on the wall and just staring at it blankly. And then he said he had to come up to me. He's like, okay, time to go to bed. And like push me into like the bunk bed that we were staying in. And when he told me this in the morning, I was like, I don't remember that at all.
Not a
No.
fucking clue.
So, I mean, I don't know how much I drank that night, but I don't think it was a lot.
And that's the moment Tanner's staring at a painting, like Starry Night or something, and he's just like, I'm going to be a day trader.
One day.
God,
Yeah.
I wish.
I'm going to go to school, get a couple degrees.
I was talking to Tommy, and like, obviously we do the podcast because we fucking enjoy it. But if ever society, like the universe wants to bless us and, you know, it makes us money one day, we all have a plan for our future life. And none of it includes the podcast making us enough money that we don't have to work.
No.
So if ever that actually happens, all three of us have to rearrange our entire lives.
No, I don't.
All I do is get
Why not?
stoned and work. Like,
Dude, I'll just pocket the money from the podcast and then I'll spend my days, as Tommy said, trying to day trade.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%. But, I mean, that's
yeah, and then we'll
still...
have Tanner on the podcast and be like, hey, yeah, it's funny, you guys. Hey, if anyone is like $600,000 I could borrow real quick.
I was like, have you guys heard of Dogecoin?
Yeah.
No, but I'm
Yeah,
saying
pump it dump, baby.
it would still change dramatically because if you had a flow of money coming from the podcast that you no longer had to
Needed
work,
to rely on anything?
yeah, then you would have like you said, you would day trade,
Oh, yeah.
but like professionally whenever you want, like you had all this time on your hands.
Oh, it would be a dream come true. I mean, I've been studying day trading and reading books and doing it myself for like a year now. And I think it would be so cool to have like a substantial enough sized account that I could just wake up at market open, place one trade, make a couple $100, and then call it quits for the rest of the day and do whatever the hell I wanted. And then just rinse and repeat every day. Like that would be so nice. That's your job.
Yeah,
That'd be tight.
exactly.
Yeah.
We would have to figure out. I'd have to figure out my whole life because how do you do a podcast from Oregon and Arizona?
You could start your event planning business.
Oh, that would be lovely.
I'd get a dog.
Nice. Are you over your 2 cats, or you'd keep
No,
them?
I've been really wanting a dog lately because, like, now, like, I grew up, for context, there was a point from, like, middle school to high school where we never had under 15 dogs at a time.
That's a lot.
We lived on a ranch, so it's like they all had room and everything.
Necessary.
It wasn't
Can you
like
milk
we
a
were
dog?
Orders. Oh, fuck, dude. Oh,
It's a
Jesus
joke as to
Christ.
why he needed so many dogs, okay? don't
This is
look
what
at me
happens
like
when
that,
you
kid.
let a furry on the podcast. Now,
What does milking a dog have anything to do with furries?
Well, think about this question you just asked.
Milking is not a sexual activity.
yeah, it
You
totally
need-
is.
You telling me you get turned on by like
No,
milking a cow?
milking is something.
You need to open your mind, boy.
What do you mean?
Milking is an act of a. Oh God, your girlfriend's in the next room, and I don't know how I'm going to say this without.
She might have her
disrespect.
earbuds in. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But she will
We're
listen
just
to
gonna.
this at
We're
some
just
point.
gonna pretend. I don't care. I'm not there. Okay. I don't have to see the judgment on her face. Milking is when a girl, milks a dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
milks.
doesn't have to be a girl. It's just
Well,
when
yeah.
it's just when a guy comes.
Or there's prostate milking where the finger goes up the ass. You
No,
pay the prostate
why?
and you milk the
Yeah.
dick.
Why?
Okay.
I'm talking.
Which is
I'm talking like lactation. Why do you
Yeah.
guys make it so weird?
No.
Because-
We're not making it weird. We are educating you on what the secondary meaning to what you just said is.
Okay, but keyword secondary. How I
secondary,
use it is
not
primary, correct?
No, maybe when you're a kid.
If you're a rancher,
Yeah,
The point is, I want to get a dog.
so you can milk it.
because he missed.
Jesus,
No.
fuck. No, I want to get a dog. But I've always said that I want to be in my own house first. That way, if I ever like end up back in an apartment or something, like I'm not like having to have this
Juggle.
dog in an apartment and like keep it cooped up and everything.
Mhm.
So that's what I would do. So basically, me buying a dog is buying a house.
I like that. Not to take away from your dream of owning a dog one day, but I feel like these conversations that we just had happen a lot.
Yes,
Yeah.
the
I'm sorry.
Oh fuck! I snorted online. Oh god damn it!
the you saying something and then not.
I
knowing,
say something that's normal, and then turns out it's some
It's
like
just-
weird fetish.
it's
It's
or-
because
innocent.
we're both fucked up. We're both trauma kids.
Excuse-moi.
I've got that new modem router in there. I'm gonna start watching your internet history and block that shit for you, Tommy. No more milking videos. You look so sad.
You look like, oh no.
What am I gonna do without my milking video?
No, I'm just so actually my reasoning is just because I'm part of the Alphabet Society. So we just are very, very experimental.
It took me too long to get.
The
I'm like, what
Alphabet
the
Society.
fuck? I don't remember that club in high school.
So there's just a lot of, I think that's where kind of kinks originated, where it wasn't like shamed for having kinks, whereas like straight people were always shamed for having kinks if
Yeah.
it wasn't like the Christian way type of thing.
Well, I mean, let's fucking
And
face
now
it.
it's-
It's a
yeah.
foot. Get the fuck over it.
Now it's just kind of everyone's allowed to do whatever they want, which is how it should be. Do what you want, just don't touch me without my permission.
I don't know, man.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying, furries need to go.
No, I like them. They literally, this podcast stands on that
No.
show.
The amount,
No, it doesn't.
The amount of STDs that furries transmit, Tanner knows. I mean, it's like
No, they use protection. They're smart.
At this point, the furry jokes aren't even funny.
It's just-
The original podcast is not live anywhere. People don't know the history. It doesn't matter. You don't have to keep pretending.
You know
I'm a
what
what
furry.
do you mean
talk
joke?
about-
It's a joke, Tom.
You know what we could talk about? We could talk about the first sexual awakenings again,
Oh, God.
and then we would have some context.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But, okay. That episode, my answer was also like a joke, though. Like the reason I said that was for a reaction. I thought it was entertaining.
We gotta find that file.
I have
Because
it
He
somewhere.
said it with confidence.
No, but it was like
There
like
was-
the third one I listed. Because first it was Kim Possible. Second was that like chick from Atlantis,
Akita.
and then there
Kita?
was the third one.
Akita.
This
Kita.
is true. Okay,
So,
I will give you that. I
It
do
wasn't.
remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't like option number one. I want to fuck a dog. No,
it
not
wasn't
a
a dog.
furry.
It was a cat lady.
I know, but I'm just naming
Roxanne
animals.
from a
Okay.
Goofy movie.
If Roxanne's, if she makes me a furry, we got some issues here because I might have to kill myself.
Roxanne's a
That's
dog.
kind of.
Is she a dog?
Yeah,
I thought she was a mouse.
She's also like
she's a
12.
Oh yeah, because Goofy and Max are dogs. I'm a little bit fucked up.
I was also like 6.
Is that?
Why are you touching my leg?
Okay, I couldn't tell if it was you or Shiva, and I was like, "The fuck is this?"
These jeans aren't
what
that
keeps,
soft.
What keeps touching my knees?
That's not his leg. That's his enormous penis.
God, I
Oh,
wish.
really?
Not
You're
so
not
that Tommy would be
circumcised,
touched.
you fucking
Stop
liar.
touching me.
Stop it.
Anyway, well, not to jerk the no pun intended, not
God.
to jerk the subject in a different direction.
No,
But
please do.
You know what I fucking
Please.
hate? I would really enjoy. Tanner's so tired of our bullshit. He's like, "Fuck, just get out." I really would enjoy getting into esports. I really fucking hate how esports announcers are the fucking most cringiest, worst fucking part of that.
They are.
Like they all try to be like they're on fucking Fox announcing, because I watch esports for Rocket League and I watch esports for NASCAR. There's an iRacing NASCAR league that they do.
Is esports electronic sport?
Yeah,
like
video game
games, right.
competitions.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
And they, in my opinion, they fuck it up because they try so hard to make it like the
Entertaining.
original
Or
product.
funny. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they try to make it like the original product. So they do all these like Zoom calls between these announcers who are like talking over the race and everything, but they're not like actual NASCAR announcers. They're just like some millennials that they like picked up from somewhere. And then they try to do, and I'm talking about NASCAR specifically, but they try to do a thing where in NASCAR they have it where like when they're showing the drivers and the drivers are like kind of looking up at the camera and everything, and it's all in this smoky environment and everything like that. They try to do that with the esports guys, and they're all fucking nerds. Like they're all fucking neckbeardy, glasses wearing, fucking like bitch tits nerds. And I say that as a nerd with bitch tits. So fuck you. But no, I was like, I'm watching it and I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, this is so fucking dumb. If you want to show interviews with them, fucking fine. But like, stop talking about these guys like they are like the elite like athletes in the world for NASCAR, because it's like, it's just
If someone calls you a nerd, do you take offense, either of you?
no.
Nah.
Like if someone just said, "Oh, so you're just a nerd," no offense. Okay,
Nope.
So some people do take offense to that when I say like, "Oh, because you're just a nerd." But to me, it just means that you're like a subject matter expert on that matter. Like you are a NASCAR nerd, you're a Lord of the Rings nerd, you're a pot nerd.
I'll accept the pot one, but not the Lord of the Rings or NASCAR one.
No, not you specifically. I'm just saying
Oh, gotcha.
those are the subjects I could think of
Gotcha.
that I know people are like, I know my shit when I'm talking about this topic.
Yeah.
To me, that's a nerd. Like you just have passion about something.
Yeah.
So that's how I've used it, but people get real pissed when I call them nerds.
It depends on the thing, though. Because, I mean, like, you could be an expert in cars, and you're not a nerd. But if you're, like, an expert in video games, like movies, books, anything that's somewhat in the realm of entertainment, that's what makes you a nerd.
Why?
Well, I don't know. That's just kind of how it works.
Well, I mean, I would still say it's okay to call, like, if a guy's like, I know all about, like, Ford cars. Like everything, like, or like I'm a mechanic, like, so I know all about this car or this type of car or anything like that. You can still call, you're a car nerd.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a way, to me, yeah, it's like with you, it's just a way of saying, oh, you just know a fuck ton about this subject.
Yeah.
It's like, or like, you're a car geek or something like that.
Yeah,
that's how I
So
use it.
geek, geek is the word for other things. Car. Nerd is the word for video games, movies.
Yeah,
things
nerd
of
is
that
also
realm.
the word for the only form of legal crack you can currently buy.
I'm sorry.
Is that for reals?
What?
Nerds.
Interesting. Oh,
The
my
candy.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Dog, have you ever tried to not finish the box of those?
Yeah, I'm successful every time that I don't like
No,
candy.
the boxes are so tiny. I'm talking about the tiny little like boxes.
God. Dang.
Yeah, the ones from Willy Wonka.
Dang. Huh?
The Willy Wonka ones, right?
Yeah. Wonka. They're just called Wonka.
Oh. Why are there nerds in the movie, the original one?
No, it's just like the candy company. Which, who owns Wonka? Is it Mars?
I have no idea.
Let's look it
Tanner
up.
looked at you like, why the fuck would you ask me as if I should know that?
No, because I feel like I should. Have you ever seen those like brand diagrams that shows like J&J owns all
Yeah.
these different things?
And it's crazy
Like,
how
there's-
much shit
There's
they
a big candy one. I just can't remember.
Hang on.
I was also thinking of the esports thing since you brought that up. Did you ever try to get into esports, Tommy? Did you ever do anything like competitively?
No, the only like esport
No.
it's owned by Nestle. Ugh.
Oh, that makes sense.
It was formerly owned by a different company called Sunmark. Anyway, the only game I ever wanted to try to get into esports with was Rocket League.
That's a tough one.
And it's a very tough one.
Yeah.
And I just like never had the fucking time to put that into like effect. Like I started trying to get into competitive and everything like that, and really like forming up and doing like game plans and everything like that,
Yeah.
and kind of training and going in and just doing those training games and stuff like that. And I just don't have the fucking time. I'm not esports. You can't get into esports when you're 24.
I mean, you can.
You can, but you have to have
tough.
parents who are supporting you and no job. and
Yeah, you
things
have to
like
be able
that.
to put all day, every day to
Yeah.
it. And that's tough at that age.
All of those esports guys, especially in Rocket League,
Your
are like,
data alone. Fuck.
yeah. The all the esports guys you see in Rocket League are typically like,
They're all younger guys.
yeah, they start at like 16. Like that's when they get signed.
Yeah.
And then they're pretty much done by like 23, 24, unless they've made a big name for themselves in some way.
I have two brothers who I wish would be like more esports. I think they would thrive well in some capacity of esports. But one has a parent that doesn't understand and doesn't care.
Yeah.
And the other one understands, but doesn't have the like willpower to do anything about it.
Yeah.
so neither of these brothers are gonna actually be able to do it ever, and they're gonna just kind of be like, oh well, now I'm too old.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you think, like you're just too old now. You have to like financially support yourself and do
Yeah.
this other
Well,
shit.
I mean, yeah, it's just a thing of like you.
But I think
you
they would
grow
be
up.
amazing because
Definitely.
I've watched them
Yeah.
both play. And it's
as a kid.
amazing.
Yeah. Did I share with you guys the YouTube channel I made? When
Yeah.
I was like kind of knee deep in video game stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like late 2019. And so while I was kind of trying to start up a gaming YouTube channel, I was also on an esports team.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I played competitive Halo 5, and I was actually in an exhibition tournament and played against Tox, who like had APG Lethal. I'm trying to think of other names. I could look it up. Or well,
I don't know
APG Lethal, Royal 2, and some other guy. They were like the biggest team at the time, and we won one round against them actually. So that was kind of
Nice.
cool. Like I kind of like dabbled in stuff in esports. And I
Yeah,
was like,
that's more than I ever did.
like the amount of like practice and time that goes into it, especially as like I was in college, I was doing our part-time job at Macy's, and then
Yeah.
also trying to juggle the channel and practice for Halo tournaments. Like that shit's hard.
Yeah, and just the channel with editing and stuff. If you're not making
Yeah.
just like single clip recordings and stuff and just going with that,
Yeah.
it's fucking. I used to edit some gaming videos, me and a friend, and I used to do the editing for them because I had the software, and it would take me fucking all day. It was 8 to 11 hours for every video because it was going through and cutting and finding the best parts and everything like that. Fucking gnarly, dude. Very gnarly.
That's hard.
Do you
yeah.
think that it took the fun out of it a little bit?
Well,
Having
that's
to
what I was going to
practice
say.
so much.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is that it becomes your job, just like
Well,
with anything.
I enjoyed editing the videos. I enjoyed practicing and like getting ready for tournaments. And then the fact that we played against, like the number one team
Yeah.
in North America was like really, really cool. Like we played against people that I watch in tournaments and they win billions of dollars. So that was really cool. But then it was like eventually school became the focus. I was like trying to figure out what I was going to do outside of school, like what kind of career path I was going to take and get ready for the internship that I was going to take that following summer. And so just like all of those things just like happen and you can't you
prioritize.
can't keep up with posting videos and practicing for esports, unless you have all day every day for it. It's just like not possible.
it has to be your job, and it has to be a job where you're comfortable not making money on it for a little while.
Yeah,
which is why
and that's
it's
tough.
Which is why it's so popular amongst the 15, 16-year-old crowd.
Yeah.
is they don't have they go to school, but it's like
I went to
you have so much time and energy at that point.
I went to the last in-person VidCon as of now, and all of the YouTubers that are like older that I like or that my little brother likes, they all had a similar story of like at some point you just have to think, do I believe in myself enough to quit everything that I know and just do this full time, or do I just try to make it, serving every night
Yeah.
and coming back and sleeping and trying to figure out, and they all just did it.
Yeah, you basically Patreon was a game changer.
Yeah.
That service that was a huge game changer because it allowed people to immediately, instead of go through ad revenue and shit like that, they could immediately just give you $1, $5, $10, $20.
Yeah.
And sometimes all it was for was just as a tip, and sometimes it was for like just being a credit in a video for a while. So I know a lot of YouTubers who I enjoy watching, who I watch some of them start up, and you could tell they still had like normal day jobs at the time, and then once their Patreon subscribers, like their money count, hit around like $3 to $4 grand, that's when they're like, all right, hands off. Like I'm comfortable taking the leap, because you have to quit your job, and that's like, dude, lots of people don't think about it. Like, oh, you just have to quit your job, and then you only make $4,000 a month. Oh, like that's so fucking hard. Your life is
It's a
so hard.
significant amount of money.
Well, yeah, but it's like you have to think about it this way. Like, yes, $4,000 a month, insane amount of money to be making doing something you enjoy. But number one, you have to quit your job. Number two, if you ever have to go
stability.
back to a job, depending on how long that video career was,
How do you
and-
explain that gap?
yeah, and how much your like savings were and everything, like if you miss 10 years in the workforce, that's the equivalent of like missing high school.
Yeah.
Like it's a different fucking world 10 years later with all this shit that changes and everything like that. Like it's a different place.
Yep.
So it's
A risk that, it's but because of that risk, a lot of people give up or don't do it, and that makes room for the people who are successful.
Well, yeah,
there are 100 other people who still take that risk on themselves, and they just don't ever get there.
Yeah.
So it's an understandable risk.
Well, it's just like any other, entrepreneur. Like regardless of what kind of business you're starting up, there's always like you have to take that leap of quitting your day job and going full force into the thing that you're trying to do. And
Yeah.
it's the same with
And
YouTube or Twitch or
Yeah, and it
anything
usually
else for that
requires
matter.
investors.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
where those Patreons come in. Is
Yeah.
They're basically they're investing in you to deliver better content and more available content.
Yeah, a TikToker was.
This is not an advertisement for our Patreon, by the way.
We don't have
We don't have one.
No, I know,
Not
but
yet.
I'm like, wait, I'm sure there's at least one person who's listening. They're like, and here it comes. So anyway, you can subscribe to our Patreon,
Yeah.
and be a
Yeah.
hero.
Nope. No,
No, we don't
Patreon,
have
no
one.
ads. That's a
TikTok.
But there was a TikToker who was on this like live, and he made a joke, and someone was asking him to like wear this suit, like this costume, and he's just like, that'll never happen. And then he's like, if someone were to like send me $200, then yeah, I would do it. And immediately
Lowballed himself.
tons of people just started
Yep.
sending Patreons of $200, and he's like, no. And he was so
That's kinda
upset.
dope, though.
But like the next 3 videos, he was just like, "It's coming. Please stop asking. It's coming. It's they have to fuck. I had to order it. Like it's coming."
Yeah.
There's this YouTuber Twitch guy named Legion who used to do like exclusively Halo stuff, but now he plays Modern Warfare a lot. And he set up on his Twitch like if you donate like $1 or $5 or whatever, or spend like your Twitch points or however that works, he'll dab.
Oh God.
And so like in the middle of like a pretty heated Warzone match, he just had to dab like 500 times in a row and just like couldn't play because his, however many hundred viewers that he had. And he's not small by any means, but
Dab the move or dab the drug?
the move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he had to
'Cause I
set
was
his
like,
controller
he's gonna-
down
Oh
and
God.
do the
Yeah.
move
Dab the
with his
drug.
arms.
He'd have schizophrenia by now. He'd
Yeah,
be,
no, he'd be dead. He'd be
Yeah.
dead.
Fuck.
That'd be funny. If we ever did have a Patreon, like every time we get one, we'll just take a drink.
Oh God.
Do you remember that night you?
We'd have to move the podcast day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the night you told me, like, you texted our group chat for the house and said, "Tommy, are you alive? Like, I haven't seen you all day."
It wasn't too long ago, right?
Yeah, it was like
or
last
something.
week,
Yeah.
right? So one of the reasons you didn't see me that day on the subject of dabs.
Oh,
Was,
no.
Yeah, was I?
I remember.
Yeah, me and Gabe. I was like, "Hey, Gabe, you want to smoke a little bit later?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Okay." And so I made a dab joint, and I smoked it with him. But we stopped like 25% of the way in because we were both just very screwed up already, and we're like, "Whoa, let's take a break."
Yeah.
He goes inside, and I'm sitting on the couch outside, and I'm still so fucked up that I don't understand that I can save this joint for later.
So did you finish it?
So, hang on. So I'm like going through like in my head, I'm like, if I take it inside, Tanner's probably gonna have to smell it for a second, and I don't want to do that. Like Ziplocs don't block the smell. And I was like,
don't?
no.
Oh.
And
But my mason jars do.
yeah, which I didn't know he had at the time. And so I'm sitting out there and I'm all fucked up. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to just speed smoke it and run upstairs and get into bed. Like, so I can just, if I do end up freaking out, I freak out in bed and I'm asleep. I was like, run upstairs, freak out, take melatonin, fall
Pass
asleep.
out.
Yeah, right.
Sleep it off.
And so this is a dab joint, and I put a lot of sugar wax in there, like a lot. And I just take this thing down.
Enough for me and him to share 1/4 of this, and for me to go, I'm going to bed because I can't. I'm gonna go to bed. Like I'm gonna go to bed involuntarily in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was pretty power packed, and it's a king size joint too. So it's like it's like at least a gram or something of kush. Anyway,
Hey, if I ever get married, will you guys smoke at my wedding?
if you want us to,
Yes. Okay.
I'm sorry, I just spoke for
Yeah.
Tanner.
Because my friends, they got married,
Yeah.
and I had the honor to marry them, and I got unbelievably high because no one would allow me to stop smoking.
Mm.
So usually I like tap out eventually. I'm like, nah, I'm good. They're like, okay, it's wedding day. Like, Gabe, like everyone looked at me and was like, you cannot quit. You have to just keep doing it. Eventually, I just started taking tiny, tiny hits and just passing it really quickly. Because I was like, I can't keep up.
See, I want that with alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
Not weed.
No?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've
I've done it with alcohol too, like the 21 shots. And
Yeah, no, I can't do that. But like,
it's awful.
I will day drink the whole day.
Wow.
And maintain a buzz the whole day. Like I won't get absolutely plastered in like black.
Yeah.
But like if I can maintain a buzz the whole day, that's a great day.
It is easier to maintain a buzz on alcohol.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I come inside, I go upstairs, and as I get inside, like through the door, I immediately recognize that I am far too high. Like I'm like, oh no. And I run upstairs, and it's the first time high I've ever had trouble navigating stairs.
Oh no.
Because I felt like when I would put my foot down, my foot wasn't where it actually was. So I felt like I was slamming my foot down into like negative space that was going to make me trip. And I just ended up having to close my eyes and run up the stairs.
You experienced what Sheba experiences every day.
Exactly.
Every day.
And I got into the bathroom because I was like, oh, I got to take a shower. And I got in the bathroom and I'm standing there and I look in the mirror and my eyes are bright pink.
Oh,
And I'm
second shower day.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay. And I start kind of freaking out. I'm like, oh no. Because my heart's beating real hard because I just went up the stairs and I'm like, I'm going to fucking die. I was like, oh no. And then you guys were doing something out on the stairs. Someone dropped something on the upper floor or something and it made like the whole floor shake. And I was like, someone just must have dropped something. And I heard you talking. And I was like,
Was I working at this time? Or
no,
what?
this was late at night.
We were
as you were going
getting
to bed.
Spitz's bed ready.
Oh, so I was
down.
going up and downstairs, moving stuff around.
And I'm like standing there and I'm like, okay, he's just like, whatever, he just dropped something. And then my brain's like, but what if the cats got out though? And what if he's chasing him? And what if you hearing him? Because this house is kind of well insulated for sound. What if he was yelling at you like, Tommy, help? And I was like,
The cats.
I was
the
like,
cats.
oh my God. Okay. All right. I was like, I'm officially freaking out. So I stripped down and I put the shower all the way to cold. And I jumped in the shower because that's like an anxiety trick is you're supposed to put your head under cold water because it shocks your body and doesn't let your anxiety continue. It's like supposed to help that.
Fun fact.
Yeah, fun fact. And so I jump in the shower and I stand in there for like 5 minutes just under this cold water. And it does fucking nothing. And the whole time I'm hearing you guys outside, but mixed with the shower, it just sounds like the fucking 300 Spartans are outside the door.
Oh my God.
And I'm just like standing in the shower. I'm like, oh my fucking God, I'm going to die. I'm going to die. And so I like turned the water off, jumped out, and I dried off. And I'm just standing there, and I was like, I didn't take a fucking shower. And so I had to jump back in. But before that, I texted Gabe, and I was like, hey, I heard your commotion downstairs. Everything all right? And he's like, oh yeah, everything's all right. Just getting Spitz's bed ready. And I was like, thank you so much. You don't know how much you just saved my fucking life right now.
And
so
I like
funny.
replied super late too. So he's just sitting there panicking.
Yeah.
It's so funny because in hindsight, like I'm just getting like my camping mattress for Spades. I'm getting like a comforter cover for him. I'm going up and downstairs. I'm going in and out of the garage, and just to know that you're in your shower,
Just freaking
the
out.
fuck out
Yeah.
as I'm doing all this normal stuff is so funny.
And then you texted me and you're like, Tom, are you alive? I haven't seen you tonight. And I was like,
was that the day after?
No, that was the day up.
night.
Because
Oh,
remember I
okay.
started texting, it's like, never let me smoke weed again. It's like, I'm fucking going sober for 30 days. This is so fucked up. And I
So you haven't kept up with that.
have not.
No.
No, because weed stops my PTSD nightmares, and I value that. So, but
Yeah.
I finally got into my room and I popped a melatonin, and within like 15 minutes, I was going
Passed out?
down. But I went to bed at like 9:30 that night.
That's nice.
Yeah, like I woke up at like 6 a.m. like fully refreshed, and I was like, whew. I had to fear sleep that off a little bit. Like,
Oof. God, 9:30. I love sleep so much. I wish that it loved me. And
dude, kids are the fucking dumbest fucking things on the face of this earth.
Oh, that
Wait,
took
why
a
do you say that?
turn. We don't have children.
Everyone tells no, like we were children at some point. We were the dumbest fucking beings on earth. Everyone tells you like enjoy your naps, like really relish it. We're like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking take a nap. Fuck you.
I don't take naps.
Yeah.
Neither
Well,
do
no,
I.
but now you grow up. Don't you love sleep, Tanner?
I've always loved sleep.
You're a strange beast.
Dude, even in like
Remember when we met him and
Yeah.
and we're like, "Hey Tanner, do you want to go out after work?" And he's like, "Oh, what time though?" Because I have to go
That's
to bed
right.
at 9. And I was like, "Did this 19-year-old just fucking tell me that he's going to bed at 9?" And I was
God.
like, "I mean,
How are you so just level?
I don't know. There's just like it's always been like a very strict mental rule. Like I know when I have to get up, and I know the body thrives on 8 hours of sleep. So it's like if I get less than 8 hours of sleep, I can't function as a person.
That's how my
the
buddy
next day.
is. Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, I go to bed early most nights because otherwise the next day is going to be really shitty for me.
If I can go to bed before the sun sets, that's a good day.
I remember like even in
doing that.
high school, I would like my buddies would want to stay up kind of late and play Xbox. I'm like, it's 9 o'clock. It's getting kind of late.
Yeah. No, if I wake up at 4 a.m., thank God I don't have to wake up at 4 a.m. tomorrow because Spitz is sick. So I get to, I'm right on time for 8 hours. So I'm going to shower and go to bed right after this.
I mean, I'm the same way. If I don't get 8 hours of sleep, the next day is a hard day.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm such a night owl that I just adapted to having hard days. Like I just assumed each day was just I'm just going to be tired at some point. And I'm going to have to use coffee to get through it.
It's very rare that I get the 8 hours. So I wake up and I'm just going to be, my natural unpleasant self for the most part. But still within reason. But if I do it for like too many days consecutively, you can tell that I'm like, I don't want to talk. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like I'm just don't want to speak. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do anything. I just want to go to bed.
Yeah.
The probably the main reason why I stick to a really like strict sleep schedule is because I don't like coffee. Like if I have a night where I don't sleep well or I stay up late and I don't get my full 8 hours, I don't just like wake up and have a cup of coffee. And like there's no pick me up for me.
Yeah, it's
because I found coffee like I don't like it. There's nothing for
and
me.
I'll drink it black, so I love it.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that's my problem.
I was coffee for me is like beer. It's definitely an acquired taste. Some people just have a natural like I just like this flavor, but that's usually for something like that Starbucks or Dutch Bros makes, and it's like flavored and everything. But I basically did the same thing I did with my alcohol, which is before I turned 21. Don't do this, kids. Stay in school. I just drank Jack Daniel's straight all the time to basically ruin my palate so I could drink anything I wanted and not be too freaked out about it or I might
smart.
get it.
It took me a while to develop a palate for whiskey. So if you start like that,
if you
it's actually not.
If you start drinking gasoline at the beginning,
definitely.
If you start drinking, if you start and finish a bottle of Jack Daniel's before you ever drink any other alcohol besides like beer, you will be able to drink anything because that is fucking.
That's
gut
a long journey.
It is so bad. But anyway, but with coffee, I started having to wake up at 4 a.m. when I was working with the well drilling company, and I'm the farthest thing from a morning person.
Yeah.
And so I would have to wake up and I'd have to pull myself together and like, okay, I gotta go get my clothes on, take a shower, do this. And that's where I started drinking coffee black. I would basically just I would throw a couple ice cubes in it so it was cool enough, and then I just chug this cup of coffee and go to work, and that's what gave me like an acquired taste for it. And so now I put cream in it and everything like that. But back then I was like, I need the most like nitroglycerin or nitrous oxide fucking bullshit to just get me awake so that I don't like fall asleep on the drive to the job site.
That's funny because like my dislike for coffee is probably caused by the opposite of what you just said. Like, so when I was young and my parents were going through their divorce, I would spend every other weekend in my dad's trailer in Globe. And I would sleep on the floor in front of the TV in his trailer. And then he would wake up early in the morning to start work. And he would always start the morning with like the blackest pot of coffee ever. And I would wake up smelling that. And I never enjoyed staying with my dad in Globe. I hated Globe. I hated living in the trailer. I hated sleeping on the floor. And so it was just like all these negative energy kind of got like associated with the smell of coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
Globe is a shitty fucking place.
And so probably because of that, I was like, I'm never going to be a coffee person.
Well, now I'm going to feel bad every time I brew
sense.
coffee around you.
Oh, no, it's fine. What you should feel bad about, though?
What did I do?
Push the coffee machine back against the wall. Why do you leave it pulled out?
I usually don't. I must have just forgotten.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's been 2 days in a row. I just like push it back. I'm like,
I only got coffee today once.
Yeah. I usually push it back unless I'm like, I think it was yesterday was probably me because I went and sat back down and started talking into a meeting and they're like, okay, just give us a second. And I realized I forgot my fucking coffee on the counter. So I went and grabbed it and ran back.
Do you use the coffee machine too?
Yeah, sometimes.
okay.
He uses it more than me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So maybe it's
But
you.
I needed
Sometimes.
coffee today because I stayed up late last night getting the podcasts already and stuff. So I was like, I woke up today and I ended up falling asleep around like one of my first breaks. And I woke up and I was like, I need coffee. Went downstairs and got some coffee.
You really put our stuff together quickly though.
It didn't,
and really well.
It didn't take
too.
too long. It's all tedious shit. It's always tedious, especially when you're doing like we last night released 5 episodes. We had 7 episodes, but 2 of them got semi-corrupted just in the uploading process. So I had to wait until today to get those up. But they're all up now. But those 5 episodes, just getting the audio in, getting it cut up a little bit, and getting the intro and everything like that in. It's just all tedious shit.
Yeah.
But that's why I wanted to upgrade the RAM on my laptop whenever I bought it, because I was like, if I can get it to like 16 gigabytes of RAM, 20 gigabytes RAM, it can do anything and it can do it fast.
Yeah, but I mean, uploading all the episodes, making the intro, making sure this is available on most of the major platforms.
If not
So-
all by the end
Yeah,
of the
pretty
week.
much all the major platforms. Yeah, that's good work.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Gracias.
So for those of you who don't know, Tommy is the tech guy. He is a producer.
He's our producer.
Don't call me that because I do not know enough about anything.
You
I
are
do.
the producer.
Yeah, you're the producer. In this role, at least, you know, we can be as, you know, duct taped versions of our titles as we want to be. But yeah, you're the producer. in
You
this
guys are the
outfit.
mic handlers.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm the host. I fund it. I'm responsible for it.
Yeah, and then I have a face for radio. You know, so-
Yeah. What?
I'd say out of the 3 of us, you have the least likely face.
that was
for
a
radio.
joke. It was a joke.
You have. So now you have to do the marketing and the social media because that is your contribution.
Fair enough.
We will help whenever we can.
What's our
fun,
tag on Twitter?
fucker. Huh?
So what's our tag on Twitter or our username?
Just should we do? Oh no, like our username?
Yeah.
Just do Loft Mountain probably.
DL,
Wait, you haven't made it yet?
DLM.
No, I didn't send you the login details.
I thought you did.
No, I thought
What
you were,
did you send me?
I thought you were asking me, hey, should you or I make the Twitter? And I was like, you do it. You know Twitter better, and you like Twitter
okay,
more.
so you just
and I
want me to
sent
make
you
it.
the email. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll make a Twitter for us.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah. I mean,
But yeah.
Dudes Off Mountain should be available.
Probably.
We should
Yeah.
probably do this before Sunday in case one of our
yeah.
semi-fans
Someone
wants to fuck
steals
us
it.
over. Yeah.
Semi fans.
I want $4 million. Like,
It's just he who must not be named.
yeah. It's just, I have demands.
Oh my goodness.
That would be rude. That would be so funny. I actually wouldn't even be mad if that happened. That would be really funny.
I wouldn't be mad either because I'd just probably fucking kill myself.
Oh,
I'd be more.
outside at
tired.
least, okay?
I'd be
Huh?
more afraid.
Outside?
It won't be messy. It'll probably just be a hanging.
No, just do it outside though.
Let's do it
But
outside.
when are we supposed to hang? Oh,
Off
that
the
dumb
tree.
fucking tree.
That dumb fucking tree, and then maybe it'll knock itself over.
You guys don't like that tree?
No,
No.
I don't like how it hangs over the street. Like
That's
it
why
does.
I like it. Because I'm driving through the road. I know exactly which
Well,
house
It
is
does.
Okay, that is nice.
It is
But
my
it means
flag,
if-
especially when we forget to turn on the light.
Yeah,
Well,
it
and
means if
especially
you
when we don't have a
park-
car in the driveway,
Yeah.
I know which garage is mine because it's the one by the crooked tree.
But
Your
if
girlfriend's
you-
car was gone one day when I came back, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't know which
Where do I
driveway
live?
it is."
If you park under it, though, your car gets shit bombed by
That's
birds.
any tree, though, regardless of how lean
No.
it is. Yes.
That one's.
Have you
But
looked
that
at
one's
the
like
road that we
tailor-made
drive
for-
on?
yeah.
There's shit everywhere.
Yeah, but it's because these trees give berries and all the fucking birds.
That's why I bought a BB gun.
Yeah,
Just pop them.
that's why Storm kills them.
Just clap, clap, motherfucker.
I actually haven't shot a bird in a while. They've been pretty good since I shot the first time.
Spitz brought his airsoft gun so he can kill them all.
Nice. Where is it?
I have no. I think it's in my room.
You want a clean kill? You go with pellet guns.
I'd rather use an airsoft than a BB gun. At least it won't kill him.
No, BBs are what?
What?
Oh, you just want to like knock them away?
I mean, yeah. Like,
Some birds are gonna be sitting up there and just fucking like fuck, like oh Jesus.
yeah, but that'll dissuade them from staying here. I mean,
Something
last
bit me.
resort, I could kill them, I guess.
fucking Tanner's gonna change the evolutionary traits of like these tribes of doves and pigeons up here. They're gonna be like, we don't go near that house.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the
That's
Shadowlands.
That's the goal. Have you heard Karina tell the story of the first time I shot a bird?
No.
in this house. Oh, it's so funny because we were trying to go somewhere. I think we were going out to like lunch or dinner or something, and I was like, wait, I have to shoot a bird first because it was up in the rafters by my office, and I was like, I have to kill this fucking bird. And so I pull the BB gun off the top cabinet, I load a BB, and I start pumping that shit, and I shoot it. And I kind of like hit it in like the chest area, not like it wasn't pressurized enough to kill it, so it like fell off the roof and was like wounded and flapping around. Storm, pounced on that thing.
That's
Oh my
my
God.
girl.
Picked it up, whooped it around, and there were feathers everywhere outside. And then by the time I got Storm to get off of this half-dying bird, I picked up the bird, which was still alive, and I held it in my hand so gently. And I took it from like the AC side of the backyard and took it to the dumpster side of the backyard and put it in the dumpster. And as I was taking that path, Karina just saw me through the glass door in the living room, just saw me gently holding this bird that I had just wounded and just shook her head at me. She saw me. You shook her head at me.
Yeah, you're fucking with the natural order of things, man.
And then I went and threw it in the dumpster, popped a BB in the back of its head, and then we went
You
off to lunch.
fucking executed this
I wasn't
bird?
gonna let it die
Well,
in
no,
pain.
no, but you didn't have to fucking mob boss it.
I
It was
wasn't-
the most humane.
You shoot it in the face like a man. You let it go out with its
No.
boots on.
No, dude, I will not shoot a bird in the face. The first time
Well,
I
yeah,
ever shot
no,
a bird,
it probably wouldn't go.
They
well.
used
I
to
was-
be
We've talked about
dinosaurs.
this. We both had a similar experience.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about it on this.
I will never
podcast.
shoot another bird again. Because of mine.
I was camping with my dad out at Roosevelt Lake where I take poops. Reference to episode 2.
Episode 2. Episode 2.
Episode 2 for number 2.
Hey.
But while we were camping, my dad brought his BB gun, and we were just like target practicing on some cans we hung up on a tree at Roosevelt Lake. And then a bird came by. My dad was like, "Shoot it."
Fuck.
And so I shot it, and it was like wounded and laying in kind of like the shallow area of the lake. The little small lake waves were like
Yeah.
brushing up on the dead bird. Except it wasn't dead. I walked up to it. Its beak was like shot off and all crooked.
Oh my God.
So I shot it right in its beak, and I shot the beak right off. And it's just like its nose and its beak was just gone, and it was just wounded in the water, just laying, bleeding out of its broken beak, not knowing what just happened to it. And my dad was just like, "Grab its neck and wring it, kill it." And so I stepped my foot on the bird, and I tried to wring its neck to put it out of its misery. And I just felt like
The crunch.
Oh no, Tanner.
I just felt like 3 or 4 pops in my hand as I tried to wring this bird's neck, and it felt like if you just pop your fingers.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I did it. And then I let go of its head, and I looked, and it was just still just like trying to breathe.
God.
And I felt so bad. I was like, I can't kill it, Dad. I can't kill it. And then he came up and did it for me, ripped its head clean off, and I was like, I'm not going to shoot a bird again. I was like 13 maybe.
So, do you want to hear my story of first shooting a bird?
Yeah.
So, my dad bought me a single shot 20 gauge shotgun for a child, and
I had one. It's just the way of living over here in Arizona.
Pretty much.
and we practiced a lot. I got very good at clay doves. Is that what they're called? Clay pigeons,
Clay
whatever.
pigeons,
yeah. I got very good at it. So we went hunting for real, and a dove flew out in front of me. I shot it so fast and so close that it exploded. Just fucking feathers everywhere. Like the rest of it was gone. And my dad's like, "No!" He's like, "Don't do that." He's like, "You got to give them a little bit when they're that close because you're going to fucking kill them." Like just
Fucking
explode.
vaporized bird.
Yeah. And I just was like, "Oh, like, where's it?" He's like, "It's fucking gone now."
Disintegrated.
Yeah, it fucking transcended.
He's like, "So you don't shoot for their bodies. You're shooting for their heads." And I was like, okay. So then I got really good at shooting them in the fucking head so that their heads were just like, bodies just dropped. But if you miss and you kind of just spray them a little bit because they're too far, then you send my sister out and she goes and stomps on their head.
You told me about that. That's
Yeah.
really funny. See, I would have preferred that my first kill would have just been an explosion instead
Oh
of
yeah.
instead of like a near headshot.
Yeah.
You know?
My first bird kill was trauma intensive because my dad bought a pellet gun and was like, "I'm gonna start shooting all these fucking birds," because there were birds all over our fucking house and they were shitting everywhere and they were getting inside the house and stuff like that. And so he'd get home from work every day and he'd get out and he'd fucking get on the side of his truck on the bed and use that as like his aiming bench and just start fucking capping birds off our house. And he told me, he's like, I know you have airsoft guns and stuff. If you see birds out there, I don't give a fuck. Like, pop them.
Shoot them all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay. And at this point, I was a little young, impressionable kid. I was like, well, I'm going to be a man. I'm going to kill a fucking bird. And so I went riding around on my bike. I think I was like 12,
Hunting birds.
13. Yeah, with my airsoft gun. And I shot 2 birds that were sitting next to each other, which is way worse. It just makes the story way
Oh, so
fucking
they were
worse.
in love.
Yeah, I'm like it was literally, I pulled up and I saw them and I was like my mind was like, oh. And I was like, but I have to kill him. Like, my dad told me to kill him. So he wants me to like clean up the neighborhood, I guess. And it's what I imagine the Hitler Youth went through.
Do you think that's
And-
what Nazis felt like?
Yeah, 100%.
The soldiers?
And so oh God, I hate talking about it because it literally has haunted me from the day. But I shot both of them, and you're not gonna fucking kill a bird with an airsoft gun.
No.
And I had to unload into these 2 birds to kill them because I didn't know how to fucking kill a bird. And I'm like, oh fuck, like, what do I do? And I literally went home and I went to bed. I just went, and it was like 5 p.m. I went home. I was fucking 12 years old. Walked in, my mom was like, "Hey, welcome back." I'm like, "How did I go?" I just went and laid in bed because I was so terrified of myself. I was like, I just had to.
I'm a murderer.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Like,
You're a
I
monster.
looked this fucking animal in the eye and I was like, I am sorry. Like, I don't know how to kill you. Like, not good. Not
That's
fucking
really
good.
funny how you started that story about like riding out on your bike and like, I'm gonna be a man and shoot a bird.
Yeah.
Because there was one weekend when I was supposed to stay with my dad in Globe, that my best friend came with me, and we started like exploring the creek in Globe close to my dad's trailer, and he gave us the BB gun to go out there and just have fun, shoot at some birds. And so we were like exploring the creek. We both probably killed 1 bird each, but that doesn't matter. The point of the story is like as we were exploring this creek, there was like a big rock in the middle of the creek, and the creek was dried out. It wasn't running or anything. But sitting on that rock was like a baby doll that had its eyes carved out and the head was like turned around, staring directly
Fuck.
at us. And this was like right after we had both shot our birds. And so we're like, why is there this fucking creepy haunted doll in the middle of like an abandoned creek where there's no life or people whatsoever? And it was
The
just staring
witches
us
of
right
the
in the eye.
forest.
And we were like, we shouldn't have shot those birds. We shouldn't have shot those
Oh,
birds.
Bad omens,
we,
bad omens.
We went back to the trailer and called it a day. We're like, we're good. We're no more creek for us.
I wonder if I could train Storm to fetch birds that I shoot. Because she
Probably.
definitely hates things that fly. I think it's because they're faster than she is. Because she's caught a duck in midair and shook the fuck out of that thing.
Damn. I had my family had a German Shepherd growing up, and we used to have like hummingbird feeders on our back porch in Pine Top. And this dog was so athletic that he'd like laid on the porch and stayed as still as possible and let the hummingbirds get close. And then he would jump up from laying on the floor to like 3 or 4 feet in the air, and he just snagged one right out of the air, a hummingbird.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
This dog was like fucking dangerous.
The fucking bird activists are gonna hate this episode.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's right. Who gives a fuck about them anyway? Am I right?
I was a child.
No, yeah.
Bird
yeah.
activists don't care about pigeons or anything. I'm not going to shoot an endangered bird.
Well, stay tuned for the next episode when we piss off another section of people.
What animal will we kill next?
Dun, dun, dun.
Tommy's cats. I'm just kidding.
No.
Oh, your face.
Look at his
I'm so
face.
sorry.
No.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
I had like a okay short story before we go.
Okay.
Real quick. I made a mistake today because me and Gabe went to the dog park last night with Storm, his dog, and there was an adorable golden retriever there, and I really want a golden retriever. And so today I was thinking about it, and I was like, well, just to get an idea of like, how many there maybe are available at any time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll look, and I like adopting. I don't like going and like buying a dog.
Yeah.
And even though you technically buy the dog, but you know what I mean. And so I did the worst thing, and I went to the Valley Humane Society website and looked at their pets that were available, and got my soul fucking crushed by this
It hurts.
picture. Yeah,
It hurts.
this picture. It's a 7-year-old German Shepherd, right? So older. It's a 7-year-old German Shepherd, And they like all the other dogs had pictures that they like obviously did like a backdrop for him. They brought him in, like had him sit down, gave him treats and stuff. And this one they just like took hastily, and it was just her sitting in the corner looking at the camera. And I'm like, this 7-year-old dog is in this kennel. Like the 7-year-old dog was put into this kennel, and like she doesn't know what's going on. Like what the and I was like, oh my god, this is the biggest fucking mistake. And so I made sure to ease my mind that it was a no-kill shelter, which it is. And then I just immediately started. I was like, it's an older dog. It's going to be better for someone else. Like, because I felt so bad because I'm like, oh no, I'm having like a savior complex right now. Like, I really need to save this dog. And so I was like, okay. I was like, just someone else is going to give that dog a really good life because we're able to afford it. Put it away. And then I just grabbed my cats and I was like, I rescued you guys. You guys are the best. And just like gave them like, they were in love with me for the whole fucking afternoon after that. Cause I gave them like the biggest just love fest for a little while. And so, so you saying that, I was like, no, don't take my babies.
Not my babies. However, I could get a golden retriever.
Just one day, if one day your room is left open for some reason,
No.
Storm finds her way upstairs.
I don't know if Storm would actually hurt them.
I hope not.
I'm 99% sure she's going to murder them if she has any time available alone.
Is she aware that they're in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she will sit there and stalk them.
Really?
And wait at the gate for one of them to fuck up. That's all she's waiting for.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, she looks sweet and she's a derpy fucking dog. But I promise you, the predator in her is not to be fucked with.
Yeah.
She does not like cats.
I not very often, but I have let them. Storm, you fucking dopey looking dog. She's like, you guys all talking about
I'm
me?
trying to like motion her to come over to me, and it's the wires aren't connected.
She's coming. She just didn't. She couldn't get around without going under.
I've taken a couple moments to whenever the cats like are trying to like get out with me of my room. I open the door because usually Storm's right there, or she used to be. I think she stopped giving a shit. Honestly, she hasn't followed me up in a long time.
Yeah.
But
well, that and she's been exercising just as hard as I have.
But she'd be standing there, so I just leave the door open and let them like start to walk out and then see her, and they'd both just and lock eyes. And every time Davey would start shuffling behind my leg, like holy fuck, like. And now they don't want to go out. And I'm like, I will take you guys out so you guys can stretch your legs, get around, look at the rest of the house a little bit. They seem perfectly content in that room. They're fine. But
Davey does not like being out here.
No, he doesn't.
No.
The one time you picked him up and dragged him out here, and he would just meow. Like
he literally,
so
I can
funny.
feel him shedding, like stress shedding.
Mm-hmm.
I can feel it in my hands. He starts like getting slippy because there's so much hair coming off my hands. I'm like, dog, fucking chill, bro. Like it's good. Callie fucking loves it. Mm-hmm. Callie loves it. She doesn't like the leash and the collar, but I'm not gonna let her off the leash and the collar because she's probably gonna tear the furniture up. Like that futon's fucking dead. I knew that the minute I got it. Oh, well, yeah, because that's like where I sleep, and cats mark their territory by scratching on stuff. And so I was just like, it's not dead, like unusable. It's just not pretty looking anymore. Like it's obviously in a cat house.
They always went for your chair.
Yeah, they always used to scratch my chair, but they don't scratch anything else. Like they don't scratch wood. They won't scratch walls or anything like that. So I'm just like, fine, just scratch the futon, and we'll be good. Like, if there's one piece of furniture that they can lay claim to and scratch, fucking go for it. Because I'm not going to declaw them. Yeah. So, what the fuck? But I probably am going to get them cat tree soon. So they'll have a nice little...
That'll be nice.
Yeah. For them to look at it from a distance and never use it.
No, Davey's a fucking... what's a politically correct word to use? Davey is a jungle gym nut.
Gym nut?
Yeah, that's safe.
but so yeah, if there's something tall, like I took apart my desk in there and moved the dresser to the other side.
That was the big fall I heard
big fall, yeah, and everything, because the wood on the desk was not like good wood, and so I would take one screw out of one of the the bindings, and then the other one would just rip the wood and fall off, and I was like, fuck, okay. But I put a bunch of stuff on top of the dresser, and they're very upset with me right now because they can't get on the dresser. And now it's next to the bed, like it's next to the futon. And so now they have direct, easy access to it, and they can't use it, and they're very pissed off.
Yeah. There's real quick, and then we'll wrap this up.
Nah,
I feel-
4-hour podcast. Let's make it happen.
I feel
I need my 8 hours, bro.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
8 hours.
Fucking just call out of work.
I'm trying to. So the other day I made a joke where I was like, okay, it's time to go back to work. And I looked at Spitz and he looked at me and I was like, well, and I put my glasses on. I was like, time to do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
But like, I can't actually do the bare minimum now because I have to do good. And now there's incentives to actually do good. So I want to. And I feel so bad because like yesterday I came out of my room and there was 84 messages that I missed.
Dang.
Which I assumed it was you two in the group chat going back and forth. There was 11. So
nobody got time for that.
They're
Like,
bullshit. Because every time I leave my room, there's a lot of messages from both of you.
during the
And I
workday,
feel
bro.
kind of bad.
Yeah, not during the
because-
workday.
Yeah. It's like 4:31 when I get off and I'm already fucking loaded.
I'm actually really bad at like responding to stuff during the workday.
Dude,
So
for
am
real.
I,
I thought you
and
guys
I-
are pissed off at me today.
Yeah, because
The entire day.
I can see, like, sometimes I'll look at it and I'll glance and like, okay, I'll respond in a second. And then I get wrapped up for like 2 hours. And then Tanner's responded. You both have had a same break or like have had a break each. So there's like more going on. And I'm like, I'll get to it as soon as I get done.
Yeah.
And that never happens. Never. But after next week, it'll be fine. After next week, it'll be fine. So, if you would like to come back and check on us and make sure that we're not going to die, well, at least I'm not going to die. Tanner,
Yeah,
it's
make
fine.
sure Tommy's cats are still alive.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'll stop making jokes about your cats.
you're going to make them smoke more. Anyway, thank you guys.
Oh no, keep talking about my cat.
Do it, Teddy. Thank you for listening to Dude Loft Mountain. Please come back.
Hey, and rate and subscribe, my man.
Yeah,
rate
Follow
it
us
with
on Spotify. Follow
Share it
us.
with your
If you
friends.
click the follow button, it lets us know that you're following us, and then we can talk to you directly.
Look up Dude Loft Mountain on Twitter. I haven't started the page as of this recording, but it should be up and running by the time this is live.
It fucking should be, dog.
Should be. Yeah. It's not hard to make a Twitter page.
No, but yeah, but rate us on Apple Podcast. I don't think any of the or Google. Does Google do rates?
I don't know.
I don't know, but Spotify, I know you can follow podcasts.
Follow it.
Well, yeah. So
Just-
like follow, subscribe, like do all that.
Mainly, please just share it with other people who might like this.
Or if you know us and we ever see you in public, just hand us your phone and snap your fingers twice, and I'll subscribe to your podcast for free. Does Storm growl whenever someone snaps?
She's upset because I'm ignoring her.
Storm.
She knows that I'm supposed to be asleep.
I know like 15 minutes ago, one of us said Storm, and she just came.
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, my time to shine."
She's been here ever since. So she's like, I'm tired now. It's time to stop.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll wrap this up for you, Storm. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to say goodbye?
Can you make her make noise?
Just say, "Woo."
She's
She looked at that microphone like
so
that
scared of the mic.
is a fucking weapon, isn't it? Oh god. All right. Well, see you later,
How in
guys.
the morning, like
All right.
4 a.m.
Thank everyone for listening at 4 a.m. Thank you everyone for listening. Well, I'll come back to Do Love Mountain.